is up, everybody? It's your boy, Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, and this stream is probably one of the more different ones we've had in recent memory. So, usually I'm on here talking about wrestling, movies, sports, predictions, whatever. But this one is a very real, true story that doesn't exactly have an ending right now. And I'm not going to say we're going to figure this ending out by the end of the night because it's been 11 years. But I do want to discuss it. And I do have a very important guest joining me tonight. She has been on the channel before, but it has been a while. So please welcome her back with open arms, Kirsten. How we doing, Kirsten?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You ready to talk, I guess, some conspiracy?
Always.
Yeah, missing planes, what have you?
Yep.
All right. So, for those of you that don't know, March 8th, 2014, there was a flight that was taking off from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. It was supposed to be a generic 6-hour flight, nothing out of the ordinary. The plane went missing. It's been referred to as MH370. That was 11 years ago, over 11 years ago. We just passed the anniversary last month, and it still has not been found. There's been debris found. I'll just say it right now. I don't believe
Debris.
it. Yeah, thank you. We're on the same page. Don't buy it because, like, there's ways you could figure out it's from MH370. And yeah, don't buy it. This quote stuck out with me from the documentary that I watched. It's the first time in history that 239 people have been presumed dead on mathematics alone. Now, it's been 11 years. Um, Most likely these people aren't alive anymore. I hate to say it. But we're going to discuss some theories tonight, what happened, what we think, what we thought happened, and then, yeah.
Yep.
If you're here in the comments and you have an opinion about it, sound off. But I will say this, there is an important theory out there involving the pilot with a certain S word. I think you all know where I'm going with that. YouTube doesn't like that word, so we are not going to be using that word. So we're gonna use another term. So I'm gonna call it pilot unaliving. If you don't know what I mean, I'm sorry.
Look it
I'm
up.
sure, yeah, I'm sure you can figure it out.
Yeah.
There's an S word that's 7 letters that we can't refer to, and yeah,
Yep.
you know what I mean, and yeah. So let's just get this started with the generic. Like I said it earlier. March 8th, 2014. 239 people, 227 passengers, 12 crew. Generic overnight flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The flight never landed, and we still don't know where it is.
Planes don't
So,
disappear.
yes, planes don't disappear. That is very true. I would say the same thing about cars, but the amount of times I have parked my car somewhere and can't find it, yeah, it's a little, like I said,
Oh no.
I'd, oh, there's this one day I just couldn't find it. You know,
So
eventually I found it, but yeah, you can misplace cars a little, but you can't misplace planes.
no,
That's
not
the
without
whole
me.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
not. It's just not how that works.
No.
And yeah, so um, they had a very experienced pilot on board. That I'm gonna probably botch the pronunciation of his name. Zahari Ahmed Shah, and I don't remember the co-pilot's name off the top of my head, but
Mm,
yeah. So and then we'll let Kirsten talk here in a minute. But he was an experienced pilot for years. Never, no family issues, no mental health. Just a generic dude. It seemed like. And when you go, I don't know if you have you ever seen the YouTube channel he has, Kirsten,
the
the
which
pilot.
no. Hit a YouTube
So
channel?
yeah, so he had one. It's still up there if you want to go see it. He does like household repairs, like the one he fixed like an ice tray or whatever. But
He's a
it's
pilot?
the guy was a pilot,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
The pilot of this had a YouTube channel, but like to watch it, it's just so eerie.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's really creep. It's like, ooh. But yeah,
Yeah.
so like if you can remember 2014, like where were you when all this was going down? Like what did you think off the bat? Like that kind of thing.
I distinctly remember I was living in my townhouse at the time. My son was upstairs asleep, and the news, something came on the news while I was sitting in my on my couch, and I heard something about a plane missing, and I was like, "What?" So I go on my handy dandy conspiracy site right away, my little forums. I'm not
In
going to talk about it, but
2014?
oh yeah, I've been on there since the
Wow.
do you remember the earthquake in Japan where like the nuclear stuff like melted down like the
Yeah.
Fukushima?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
on since then, so probably what, 2010?
I was gonna say 2009, but yeah, that sounds about
Yeah,
right.
9, 10. Yeah, I've been on there a long time. So I went straight to the forums. Every like pinned post was all about the missing plane and people
Yep.
instantly having theories even though we knew nothing about it. So, oh yeah, and I probably spent a good week really like into it looking when it first happened. Just trying to figure out where are these people. I felt bad for them. I felt bad for the families. I'm like find these people.
The I felt because I was in high school. I was a senior in high school at this point. Now, to open it up a little, I'm a 29-year-old man now.
Mhm.
I was a 17-year-old, about to be an 18-year-old in high school.
Yeah,
And I remember being in school. I remember looking it up daily. Like, I want to know. Like, this topic has always
you needed
fascinated me.
answers.
Yeah. And I'm like you said earlier, planes just don't go missing.
Mm-mm.
Do planes crash sometimes? Yes.
Yeah,
Does
all the time.
something happen? Yeah. Does something, well, yeah, all the time recently, for
Now.
sure. Um, Thank you for commenting, Leo. Comment. Yes, that was actually a test, so I can figure out this new StreamYard software. Thank you for that, buddy. It's annoying, but hopefully they fix that. But worry about that another time. Yeah, I was in high school. I was looking it up daily. Like some people were saying, like this plane landed, they just lived new lives, and it's like it's crazy. There were three Americans on board. It's just like and if you watch, I know you haven't watched the documentary yet, and for whatever reason, I watched the documentary 2 years ago, about 2 weeks before I was going to get on a plane. Bad mistake. Don't do
Not
that. I didn't think of it until after I watched it, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing, Bobby? Yeah, it's so the families are in the hotel or whatever, wherever they are, trying to get answers. The one girl's, if I'm remembering correctly, her cell phone rings. It's one of the people on the plane.
Yeah, I heard about that.
She
Cell
answers.
phones.
She
Yeah.
can't hear. Nobody says anything. She just
Yeah.
hears background noise. Disconnects after
Really
like 5 to 10
strange.
seconds. Calls just don't make themselves. So yeah.
No.
And that's the only call thing I've heard from the plane. Like I've
I
never
remember
heard of
hearing
anybody.
that.
Yeah, that was the only one. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't know. It's a fascinating thing though, but like there's so much like they went to the pilot's house daily
Yeah.
after the plane disappeared because maybe they thought he was gonna like try and sneak into his house, which is kind of crazy. I mean, could you just
Hey, you
imagine
gotta try. You gotta check anything. You gotta
yeah,
no
he
stone
lands
unturned.
he lands on the roof and he's like, "Don't worry, guys, we're fine. Just miscalculated this one a little." No, yeah, no, and like I said, I remember looking it up daily. I'm like, I need to find out the answers. It's I mean, what do you think happened? Just give me one of your hot
I wish
theories.
I knew for sure.
Well,
So
yeah.
my favorite theory, which like I told you about beforehand, there's no way this is true, but within the first week of this happening, this theory was all over the internet where it was either taken by aliens, like they were captured, like as a whole plane, or they entered some sort of like time anomaly, like a wormhole, some sort of black
Mm,
hole, something like that.
mm,
And these were theories I remember incredibly early on reading about. And while I don't really think they're true, it's interesting because again, planes don't just disappear into thin air.
yep.
Maybe the aliens did come down. I don't know.
I mean,
You never
listen,
know.
I've seen the show Manifest. I told you about this, I think,
Yeah.
yesterday or the day before. Now, the fun. I don't think I told you this part. The craziest thing about Manifest was this show was pitched before the missing plane. Before, yeah,
I didn't know
crazy,
that.
right?
So it's almost like the
So,
plane could be a test subject or
yep.
something.
So he pitched it
Oh,
to NBC and all these studios, and they were like, "What? This is so unrealistic. We don't." So they denied him. They were like, "Nope, we don't want it." Then the plane went missing, and he's like, "Hey, remember that show I pitched you?" They were like, "We will take it."
that's
So
crazy. I didn't know
yeah,
that.
like you think he would have made it off of the plane went going missing, but no, he made it off of. It's crazy. So
That's sus.
Leo,
That's
yeah,
sus.
Leo wants to know what are some conspiracy theories you guys have about this. So there's always the popular pilot unaliving that I mentioned earlier. Do you think that's a possibility or no?
I remember that being a theory that people have said, since early on. I think if that was the case, we would have known of it going down and seeing debris
Yep,
and found the black box and found the plane and the people. I feel like if that was the case, it would have gone somewhere. We would have known it went down. It wouldn't just disappear, in my
yep.
opinion.
Here's my theory. I don't buy it because he flew for, I believe it was. Do you have how long he flew before he lost connection on there? Was it like 2 hours, if I'm remembering correctly?
The plane departed at 12:41 in the morning local time
Yeah,
from Malaysia.
yeah.
And the last verbal communication was only at 1:19, so not even
Okay,
40 minutes later.
okay.
Um,
So yeah,
so at 1:21, it disappeared from radar. So it disappeared actually 40 minutes
yeah.
exactly after going into flight.
So here's my thing. If he was going to take that route, taking all those people with him, I don't think you fly for 40 minutes.
No,
Yeah. I
yeah.
think you do it right off the bat, or try to at least. But
But either way, there's radar, there's tracking that they would know
yeah,
the plane goes down. Like it doesn't,
yep,
I
yeah.
mean,
So I don't. I never bought that theory because they said
yeah,
he was like he was a happy man. He was a healthy
no, dude.
man. No, um, no debt, no issues, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I never really bought into the pilot theory about taking the
Mm-mm,
people with him and just going rogue. And yeah, I never bought into that personally. There is the hijacking theory. Now this one's rather interesting. There was two people on board with stolen passports, and they claimed they looked into them and said they just wanted a better life wherever they were going, and that was that. But like, I feel like you have to look into that because, like,
you have to.
yeah. Now, could they have not played a hand in it? Could they have just been very unlucky getting on this plane? Yes, it's very possible. The fire theory, because people saw the plane in the sky that
Oh,
was
yeah.
on fire the
Mm-hmm.
night of, and that poor guy lost his job for reporting seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, if you haven't looked that up, that's awful. He said he looked up in the sky and saw what looked like a plane just on fire and exploding. Now, of course, we would have found debris, but like,
Yeah, we would have.
yeah,
There would have
was
been
he?
more people that had that vision too. They would have seen it.
Was he maybe wrong? Like, yeah, but I don't think he deserved to lose his job.
Honestly,
Yeah, that's a little rough. The shot down theory,
I do like a
again,
military exercise shooting
yeah,
down. Yeah,
yeah,
that's one again. But on that point, if that was the case, that the military shot it down, what for whatever reason, cargo stuff on board, people on
yep,
board, whatever the reason is,
yep,
we wouldn't find debris because they would hide it,
yeah.
right?
That's that.
So that's why the black box hasn't been uncovered. That's
Yep,
why we haven't. But I think wouldn't there be witnesses to like a plane crashing again, like the
yeah.
fire in the sky?
Depending on where this officially went down, because again, we don't know where this officially went down.
Well, sure, if
Like
it was in the
where,
ocean.
yeah. So I don't know, but like they would have to move very, very quickly to clean all that up.
Oh, incredibly, yeah.
Unless they just
Yeah.
had it, unless there is this theory that it landed, they disarmed the plane, take it apart, and then do whatever with the people. Maybe kill them. I don't know.
Well, there's a
Because
theory that I remember seeing on my conspiracy sites that that flight, MH370, was repurposed. And when MH17 went down, which
yep,
was
4 months
later,
later.
yeah, they're trying to say that like that was really that plane. They made it disappear, but then they
Yep.
used the actual plane and that downing where they actually had
Yeah.
debris and stuff. I,
Yeah. I
why?
don't buy it.
Why?
Yeah.
What's the
Fun
point?
fact about that: the second plane to get shot down, the Russians shot it down. I was
Yes.
at Six Flags that day. It's funny how the memory works like that. It's weird. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
what 2014. Yeah, it was only 4 months after
Yeah.
um the original. Um, Leo, why can't I put it on? Okay, Leo says, Bobby, when you telling everyone you brought that stuff today? I'm not sure exactly what you mean there, Leo. Wait. See, I don't like this new setup because I'm so behind on comments. I didn't even know these comments came in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, or any absolutely crazy theories. Where is Bobby and why is he not watching SmackDown? Should be the stream title. I watched a little bit of SmackDown. Leo laughed. Kirsten says, "Hey everyone." Hey Kirsten. The wrestling retrospective says, "Hey, did the captain drink some DKO beforehand?" Oh God. Okay. I hate this new. Or I have to double down. If he did, he would not have gone missing. Oh. Okay. So to let you in on the joke, Kirsten, DKO is a drink brand my buddy runs.
Oh,
He's saying if the captain had it beforehand, he would not be missing.
all right.
We're getting dark with it. Yeah. Uh, oh wait, I'm confused now. I read that as someone else. Bobby, when you telling everyone you brought that stuff today, yeah. All right. I'm gonna try and keep up with the comments here, but Streamyard is a little outdated in my opinion with this stuff. But yeah. So yeah, going back to the plane missing. 2014. Um, it's now 2025. They've done documentaries on it. So I've listened to so many YouTube videos about speculation. It's just, you think we'll ever find an answer?
No,
We'll ever get an answer? Yeah,
I don't. I don't.
11 years. Yeah, it's kind of like Kennedy in a way. Like most of
Oh,
us are probably going to be gone by the time this comes out, if it ever does.
well, those files are supposed to be released, but I'm sure they're all going to be very redacted,
Yep,
and all the pertinent information is going to be missing.
yep.
So,
That could be a stream for another time. But
oh
yeah,
yeah.
um, yeah, the documentary I watched, the MH370, it's really sad to see like the families just not getting any answers because
That would
I
be
don't know what
devastating.
I would. Yeah, I don't know what I would do in that situation. It's like they're going crazy. They're arresting these people, which was a mistake
Yeah.
and a half on these terrible. Because I get they're going crazy. I get they're acting out of hand. But what would you do
The same
if you
thing.
were in that situation? Exactly. So like,
I would never stop fighting. I
yeah,
wouldn't take presumed missing as like an answer, even though it's like, okay, 11 years is kind of,
mm,
a long time.
mm,
But I would need 100% answer before I could rest,
yep.
basically.
Personally, I think the pilot heard AEW was about to start. Oh God, and didn't want to put people through the guy's a hero. So AEW is a wrestling company that this man hates. So it's yeah, he's like, you know what? In 5 years, this company is going to start,
I'm out.
and yeah, like I can't do it. Like yeah, oh God, but yeah, no, they were like arresting the family members. It's awful, quite frankly,
Yeah.
and
Don't blame the family
it's
at all.
yeah, it's like, well, you're not giving us answers. Apparently, I think I heard that like 6 hours went by and they didn't even like call anybody to say like, "Hey, this plane is missing. We have a problem." Like, and it
That's how
didn't
it was
land. Yeah,
with us.
it didn't land, and everyone's like, where are the people that we're waiting for?" And like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, I couldn't even. And there's so many theories out there. I don't.
There's
Did
a lot.
Diego go? Yeah. Did
There's
Diego go? Oh, go for it. Yeah.
hmm?
No, no, no. Go for it.
Well,
What are
there's
the ones
theories
you?
that the plane was remotely hijacked and being controlled that way, you know?
But so what? You think
Where did
somebody
it
on
go?
board? Yeah.
Where did it go?
Some. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody got. What do you think? Somebody on board got in there,
No, they
and
say remotely hijacked. Like, one of the theories is Russia. Russia
of course, of course.
did that, yeah. But what would be the point?
Yeah.
Putting it
Yeah.
on
I
autopilot, but then it would just eventually go down. Like it wouldn't
crash somewhere.
so
Yeah.
again, planes don't disappear.
So, yeah, people are saying that it went deep into the Indian Ocean that we haven't even like experienced or explored that deep yet. So
I'm not
I,
familiar with the different oceans, but I mean, maybe if it is deeper than we've ever explored, I don't know compared to other oceans.
I
You know,
mean, what was it? Almost 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? Last year? No, 2 years ago. The Titanic thing. They got
oh,
down to the bottom, didn't they?
and that little
To find,
submarine thing.
yeah. Well, no,
Yeah,
no, they got down to find that the submarine like imploded or whatever.
that was wild.
That's another conspiracy
Yeah,
for another
that
time
was.
too. But I mean,
Ooh,
we do have the technology to get down there.
yeah,
But it's like I mean, and then there's the search has been suspended currently because of bad weather. They're going to continue it at the end of the year. Some
yeah.
company.
What's up,
What
Bobby?
up, Larry? How we doing, bud?
How's it going, man?
Where's this plane at? Do you know?
Where's MH370?
Is it in
Um,
your backyard?
it went down in the Indian Ocean, and it was planned, and that's why they find the wreckage because anyone who gets close gets stopped. And Ocean Infinity started looking for it earlier this year, and what happened? It's suspended.
That's. I was just saying that they suspended it like a week ago or something like that.
So it's in the Indian Ocean somewhere, and someone's stopping us from finding it. That's my
Yeah,
theory.
I agree with you because it's a little weird. So like they were like, oh, we're gonna do this find with this no find no fee kind of thing. You're only getting paid if you find it. You didn't think ahead of time and be like, hey, it's winter or wherever whatever weather they're having right now. It's bad enough that they can't go out there. That didn't get thought through ahead of time.
No,
Like that's like me saying, and I'm from New Jersey, just to get that out there. Obviously, you guys have warm weather pretty much all year round. But that's like me saying, hey, I'm going to go swimming in January. Not a good idea unless it's an indoor pool. Um,
over
yeah,
here.
yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. New Jersey, I can't pull that off unless it's an indoor pool. But it's just so, like, I'm not much of a conspiracy guy, but like this one, it's like
It's
planes.
crazy.
Yeah, it's always fascinated me. People they don't want the info to be found for whatever reason, and it's a shame that 239 people were pretty much. I mean, victims is a correct word, but they were pretty much sacrifices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
their
like
families are left.
11
Huh.
years,
Yeah.
11 years of question marks, and it's terrible, quite frankly. But yeah, no. What do you got on your hat? I can't read. See that
Chargers,
quick.
baby.
Oh,
Hmm.
there we go. Listen, I love your quarterback. I love your quarterback, but we
Hey,
can't
and
all
all
be
the
Green.
players we let go of, they were all great too.
That's true. We can't all be Green Bay
There's
Packers
not much
fans like
left
me.
anymore, man.
So yeah. Hey, wait. You got you guys made the playoffs last year, right?
Yeah, barely.
Okay, that's why I was like, am I blank? I thought I remember they lost to Texans. No, they
I
lose
don't
to.
remember. It was a depressing year, man.
Yeah, Herbert got picked like four times. No,
Yeah, he had a great
Ravens.
season, and all of a sudden he just started throwing the ball to the other team.
Yeah, Ravens. I think it was the
Yeah,
Ravens.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that oddly remember because I was like, oh, great, Justin Herbert, because I do like Justin Herbert a lot. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he's cool. All
no,
right,
but
hey, I'm
yeah,
gonna head back downstairs because I tore our garage apart, so I gotta get it back, put it back together. But I'll be
go
listening.
do. All right, thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Good seeing you. Yeah. All right. So he did give some good input. I like that. It
Mm-hmm.
may or may not be in that garage of yours. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of a mess right now, but maybe he'll find it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, find Kirsten's address. Don't do that. Just kidding. Um,
Just
yeah, no,
recently moved, so
yeah, definitely don't do that. Yeah. So where did we leave off? Yeah, it's 239 people were pretty much sacrificed, and we're just speculating. Maybe this is the simplest answer and something went wrong and something happened, but again, we would have found something by now. And
there's
yeah,
been a lot of planes this year that have had issues, malfunctions, whatever, and gone down, and we know right away. There's video of it, evidence.
uh, just the other day, was it yesterday or
The
Wednesday
helicopter.
in New York? Yeah, did
Yes.
you see the video?
Oh, it was horrible.
Like it's just,
Horrible.
and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
and
Someone I know is friends with the pilot.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, awful.
Yeah.
When I heard, I'm just like, and there's been at
Terrible.
least 10 plane or helicopter crashes this year.
Just this year.
I would,
Yeah.
yeah, I would think at least. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. When the last year I went to Detroit, we landed coming back home to New Jersey. People started clapping, and I was like, I absolutely hate all of you. But now, about 7
Now.
months later, I apologize. I understand.
Yep.
I have
Now it's okay to
changed.
clap.
I've changed my opinion. I am
Yeah.
open to it now. Would I do it? Probably not. But if you want to do it, I get it.
At
But
this
yeah,
point,
mm,
it's okay.
yeah. I was like, all right, I'll allow it for a little. Like the rest of this year, cool, do it. Um, yeah. So it was suspended after just weeks in the Indian Ocean. Um, the guy on the documentary found pieces in South Africa. So we're all over the map here. So like that can't be if they're searching the Indian Ocean, the pieces he found can't be from MH370. It's just not.
In South Africa, Tanzania,
Yeah.
Mozambique, like all these different countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't listen, I'm not great with the maps of the world, but
Neither.
I think the Indian Ocean and South Africa are a little different.
Yeah. I'd have to Google, but
Yeah,
they're not close.
watch, they're going to be right next to each other. We're going to be like, oh, this is very possible. No, I'm confident like it's not.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
checking.
So right now it's not the yeah. Right now it's not the season. There's a quote from who is this? Um, I don't know who this is.
Oh, South Africa borders the Indian Ocean directly on its southeastern and eastern coast.
What did I say?
I thought it was far away too, so
All right. Oh, this is live, and this goes out to the world after. Yeah, just ignore that part. Yeah. Whatever.
hey, you learn
Um,
something new every day.
yep. So they, Ocean Infinity, have stopped the operation for the time being. They will resume the search at the end of this year. Transport Minister Anthony Loki, yeah, Loki said in a voice recording Thursday, Ocean Infinity, based in Britain and the United States, interesting, led an unsuccessful hunt in 2018 before agreeing to launch a new search this year. So they were searching in 2018. And then they decided, hey, 7 years have passed. Let's start searching again. Why were you not searching
The
on
whole
like
time.
on like what is it, March 8th? Why were you not searching on like March 10th or 11th, 2014? Like, all right, I understand needing some time to get like the equipment ready. You got to do. I would have even understood like a month later.
Well, they also needed a general area to search.
Yeah, like yeah, well that's true. We really don't know where it went down because it went off the
Yeah.
radar. But still, yeah, and there's that theory that it went too deep into the ocean. that people can't find it. Yeah. So the Boeing 77 carrying 239 people disappeared from radar screens on March 8th, 2014, while flying despite the largest search in aviation history. Not just the largest search in aviation history. I would say the largest search in history. One of the, and this is not only one of the biggest question marks in aviation history. This is maybe the biggest question mark in history.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you sent me the list, and the list you sent me blew my mind because
Of
Amelia,
the
yeah,
disappearances.
yep,
Yeah.
Amelia Earhart, whatever.
So
Time,
many.
Amelia Earhart, whatever. We didn't have the technology, whatever.
Yeah.
2016, this happened again, right? Was it
Yes.
2016? 2017?
Over the
Okay,
Bay of Bengal.
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 Yeah, Bengal. Yeah, it's the same thing as the football team. Yeah,
29
um,
people on board that time.
and
Lost.
it's never been found.
How did it just disappear? I don't know. That alien and wormhole theory is starting to look better to me. I don't know.
That manifest show was ahead of its time. I tell you, it really was.
Crazy that the idea for that was before this happened. That's a very interesting piece of information.
It's like because and I was talking to my one buddy about it, and I was like, could you imagine if this plane landed just like 10 years later, like everybody's fine? And my buddy was like, well, the creator of Manifest is the first suspect. They're going to be kicking down his door.
I mean,
They're going to be like, buddy, what do you know? Like, I just wrote the show, man. I don't know.
isn't there a
Um,
TV show? Is it Manifest where like a plane went down and people had to like live on an island for years? What show's that?
are you thinking of Yellow Jackets or Lost?
Oh, Lost. Isn't that
Lost.
kind of like maybe these people are
Yeah,
living somewhere lost? Like,
yeah, but well,
I don't
I
know.
mean, have you watched Yellow Jackets?
Mm-mm.
Uh, Soccer team from New Jersey, high school girls soccer team. It's obviously, I mean, this is loosely based on a true story, but it's obviously they added all this. They're going to state tournament in Seattle, I think. Their plane crashes in the wilderness, and they're there for 19 months,
Oh, geez.
and they gotta like figure out how to survive. I just watched the ending to season 3 today, and it was just watch that show. Yeah, because
No.
it's it's kind of like Castaway, but like in TV show form. I don't
Mm.
know. Have you seen Castaway?
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah,
I love that one.
it's kind
Cry
of like
all
that. It's like Castaway with a bunch of high school girls, and it's over the it's a little shorter because Tom Hanks was stuck for 4 years. I think they were 19
Mhm.
months, but like they go back and forth between them in the wilderness and them in real life, and
Oh,
it's like
interesting.
yeah, and just they're all
Check it
crazy,
out.
but like rightfully so.
Yeah. Oh, for
What they
sure.
had to, I mean, listen, if you can't figure out what they had to do to survive, um, yeah, it's a
And
little
high
dark.
school girls, that'd be hard. That'd
Yeah,
be really difficult.
as a 29-year-old man, that would be hard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do it. Listen, if I ever go camping, I need a bathroom, a bed. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah,
Same.
no.
Same.
But yes, definitely. This is a plug to anybody who hasn't watched Yellow Jackets. Go watch it. After the first episode, you'll be like, "Yeah, this is all right," and then it just takes off and it just doesn't stop. Actually, Yellow Jackets and Manifest have a kind of a similar vibe because like they're out in the woods, stuff starts happening to them because like they're part of the like nature now. Because in
Right.
Manifest, the whole thing is they land 5 years later. They're still the same age, same everything, but like they
So
get
weird.
these callings now, like they hear voices. But like Manifest after season 1, it got like really terrible. Yellow Jackets after season 1 got really great, so that's the only difference.
Okay.
But yes, yeah. So okay. Loki's comments come a little over a month after said the search had resumed. Yeah, because they resumed it, I guess, in March or February. An initial Australian-led search trawled, I don't know if that is the correct word, 46,300 square miles of the Indian Ocean over 3 years, but found hardly any trace of the plane, with only some pieces of debris picked up. I don't buy it. That's not it. Whether or not it will be found will be the subject of search. Nobody can anticipate, Loki said. Relatives of the victims had voiced hope in February that a new search could finally bring them closure. In December, Loki said the Ocean Infinity would scour a new 5,800 square mile area of the southern Indian Ocean, chosen based on the latest information and data analysis. Yeah, the most recent mission was conducted on the same no find, no fee principle as Ocean Infinity's previous search, with the government only obligated to pay out if the firm finds the aircraft. Um, the plane's disappearance has been long subject of theories ranging from credible to outlandish. Among the theories is the suggestion that the veteran pilot, Zahari Ahmed Shah, could have gone rogue and crashed the plane deliberately. Um, yeah, I just I don't buy it because one, they looked into his background, nothing really there, and two, I think I heard, I could be wrong on this, but I think he had a flight the next day too, or not, maybe not the next day, maybe like 3 or 4 days later.
Hmm.
So like, if you're gonna do this, and you would obviously have to plan this out, if you're gonna do this, you're not gonna take a flight 3 or 4 days later, another job.
Yeah. Unless you wanted to make it look like you're not
Yeah,
to blame.
but like, who's gonna watch him going into that flight and be like, I wonder what he's up to, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I don't think it was the pilot at all. I
Yeah,
really just
no. And like
I
two
think
thirds
you
of the,
blame him.
oh yeah, that's the easiest because
Yeah.
people have said it's like the easiest, less question thing,
Yeah.
and yeah, um, family members of Chinese passengers gathered in Beijing outside government offices and the Malaysian embassy last month on the 11th anniversary of the flight's disappearance. Attendees of the gathering shouted, "Give us back our loved ones!" Yeah,
Oh,
some
sad.
some held placards asking, "When will the 11 years of torment end?" Yeah, no, it's yeah. I listen. I'm not saying these people should be able to do whatever they want, but like, um, they have a right to get some answers.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, I'm not going to say like murder people, but like the fact that they were arresting them, so wrong in my opinion.
It's really wrong. Yep.
Like just be like, maybe just sit them down and be like, listen, we're going to give you some leeway here because we know what's going on, but like calm down. You know, I don't know. All right, so I'm going to try and find some other theories that we haven't mentioned yet. Um, Ocean Infinity presented a do.
Well, this is one regarding a fire explosion. The flight
Yeah.
was carrying 2.5 tons of electrical equipment, including lithium batteries that were not
Mm,
properly declared. So some believe a fire or explosion could have happened and the incident was covered up to protect the companies or the governments since they
mm,
weren't properly declared. I don't know.
mm. I mean, I feel like that would have to be a lot. Like, and granted, it is a lot, but like
Mhm.
to make the whole plane catch on fire, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
I
yeah,
don't know
I
how it
don't.
works with planes, but
Yeah, no, truthfully, me neither. I
I'm
mean,
sure it
I've
can
been on
spread.
them, but like, yeah, but like, I don't know. Yeah, and there's always that theory that people that they just landed it and created new lives for them.
Which is
Um,
crazy.
yeah, that's like, yeah. And then there's that fake picture of, you know, yeah, and that was another one. I believe his name, he was one of the three Americans on it. Philip Wood, I believe. He posted a picture of a dark room saying, I'm from MH370. I've been drugged. They held us captive. But like, and he hit a phone in his buttocks.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that's what it said. I hit a phone in my rectum, quote unquote. Um, I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Um,
yikes.
but like, if you have one shot to get out there that like we're stuck, we need help, are you gonna go to some random website and post it?
No.
No, you're gonna email it to, or you're gonna was Twitter around at that point? Yeah. You're gonna send it to somebody.
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
FBI, the government, somebody that could
Hmm.
help you. You're not gonna send it to some random website that is easily manipulated and faked, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't buy that one because um oh, MH370, A New Hope. I like that because that's like a Star Wars, A New Hope. Now that's the fourth one, right?
Favorite. Yeah, that's my
Okay.
favorite one.
So that's the first one, first of the, yeah,
The
technically.
first that ever came out, even though it was the fourth movie.
It's the first of the franchise. Let's just say that.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yep.
we will be doing that. Kirsten will be joining us for those movies. So as you all know, I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, but I am gonna get back into it. Kirsten
I'll try May
apparently,
the 4th. I gotta let you
yeah.
know.
No. But even if you can make one of the other ones, that's
Hmm.
great. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, me and my
Larry and I
buddy.
both love Star Wars.
I didn't.
Big fans.
Have we talked about Star Wars before?
I thought we did.
Maybe. See, I'm not. I'm just not a big. I never been a big Star Wars guy. Like Darth Maul always, and still to this day, creeps me out. Um, that red face paint. Ugh. Darth Vader's fine to me though, because like
Love Vader.
I feel like Darth Vader's fine to me though because I know it's the guy from The Sandlot. I feel like that put my mind at ease a little. I know it's weird, but like Darth Maul as a kid creeps me out, and quite frankly, he still to this day creeps me out. But
Wow.
he's a great villain. All right, yeah. So that will be coming in a little under a month. Me and Justin, and maybe Kirsten if she can attend with us, and maybe some other guests. We'll be watching Star Wars together. So my whole thing is I want to go back and watch. I know I'm never going to do it on my own, but I'll do it with the channel. So let's do it. Yeah. New clues. Second update. New clues reveal the demise of MH370. Now this was from December 7th, 2023.
Mm.
Since the crash of MH370 in the Indian Ocean, a considerable amount of physical evidence has been gathered. 43 pieces of floating debris have been found and 41 delivered to the Malaysian authorities for investigation. Two items are WSPR, uses high frequency to send signals around the world. Okay. Um, and transmission power levels. Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah. In a guest post, takes a good look at the facts regarding. I'm gonna click on this. Theories updated. Um, um, Nevertheless, the fact that allows to corroborate this data is that the mobile phone of the first officer pinged one of the cell phone towers in the island of Penang. Interesting. I did not know that.
When did it ping? Does
I
it say when?
guess when they were flying through it,
Okay.
I guess they were close enough to the. I don't
To the
know.
tower?
So wait, what did it say? The first officer? That's the guy. Okay. Yeah, that's the second in command to Shaw. Shaw. Um, what both these unlikely scenarios raise is the possibility that MH370 was a part of a pre-planned clandestine operation that went exactly according to plan and is unfolding exactly according to the plan. That would be crazy. Went completely wrong with every effort made to bury the facts, or somewhere in between. Yeah. Could you imagine that though? Like, imagine this was a plan by somebody. Like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna hijack this plane, and I'm gonna take it, and they're never gonna find it. That would be crazy.
To be able to actually pull it off.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's one thing to like think it and plan it out, but like to pull off that kind of execution
Yeah.
would absolutely be insane to me. Okay, and there's more comments because they don't want to.
Sorry, I had a little visitor.
Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? See, I wish. Yeah, Bobby is ignoring us. I'm scrolling through all these. Oh my goodness. Why are we talking wrestling, guys? Why is Bobby not reading our comments? Kenny Omega just showed up. Great. Solo was a misdirect. All right, we'll just come back in here. Um, what is this? Oh, I don't. I hate this. All right, we'll start with this, I guess. Ryan Gos. There we go. Ryan Gosling confirmed for the new Star Wars. Yay! More Star Wars. No,
We don't need any more at this point, to be honest.
thank you. Yeah, that's yeah, it's terrible, quite frankly. Um, Ryan, you spelled her name wrong, but we'll put it up here anyway.
I'm
Kirsten
used
was
to
the
it.
first
I'm used
mod.
to it.
Yes, yes, Ryan. The mods are aware. Me and Zero have been calling them. She's a mod. Okay, Leo. Jesus, Bobby, you were single. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try and keep up with the comments, but I forgot if I keep them on screen, it doesn't give me alert on new comments. So put up your comments now. Um, there's some theories about where one of my friends is. I think he's at his house right now. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you. And I don't know. I don't remember commenting this, but we'll put it up on screen anyway. Due to this is from
That's an
my
ad.
comment. I don't remember typing this. Due to check out StreamYard. Yeah, that definitely wasn't me. Who? Gee, I wonder who that could have been. But yes, we don't need any more Star Wars for sure.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind an Anakin show because I've always liked Anakin, but I don't know. I don't watch any of the Star Wars shows,
Where
so I
would
don't know
it
if that would.
follow? Like as a
That's what I don't know.
child, where in the
That's
timeline?
that's where that's where I fall short because I've only seen the movies, um, and even the last two movies I was watching them with my eyes closed because I was that into
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was terrible, terrible. The Mandalorian show though is really good. I don't know.
I heard the first two seasons are good, but after that it's not good.
That's good. I don't know
Okay.
if we're getting any more. I don't think we are, sadly.
Um. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I heard we were supposed to get a Taika Waititi Star Wars movie, but that never happened. All right.
That would be good.
Despite the plane going dark, Malaysian were still able. Okay. So the plane was traveling. Despite the plane going dark, quote unquote, Malaysian military. Oh, jeez. Malaysian military aircraft trackers were still able to follow MH370 and noticed the plane suddenly turned sharply to the left, crossing back into Malaysian airspace before flying another 7 hours into the middle of the ocean where it's presumed to run out of fuel and crashed. Okay, so here's
Yeah,
my
it said
question.
that they got handshakes from MH370 until 8:19 a.m., suggesting that the plane flew for more than for about 7 more hours.
Mm.
But the last time they had any communication was at like
Yeah,
1:19 in the
when he
morning.
said
So
good night MH370 or
yes,
whatever.
which is weird. Like that's like the last words. Like that's
Yeah,
eerie.
yeah. Oh no, it's yeah. Ryan says I don't want a discount. Yeah, I
It
don't
had
blame you,
you
buddy.
like post it again. Like you've posted it like twice. It must be an auto thing.
So it says share your referral link, and I don't know how to exit out of it.
Oh, that might be
Maybe
what it is. It's a referral link.
I'm deleting the comment though because I don't. But yeah, it still says share your referral link. Doesn't give me a spot to exit because I'm trying to click on Ryan's comment, but it's next to the or under the share your referral link. Yeah, yeah. So despite every effort using the best science available, cutting edge technology as well as modeling and advice from highly skilled professionals who are best in their field, unfortunately, the search has been unable to locate the aircraft. Authorities said at the time. The decision to suspend the on-water search. Yeah. Um, in 2017, they called off the search too. So like,
Yeah, I saw that. The search was suspended, and then a private company searched again in 2018 with no results.
mm,
Um, and they didn't determine a cause, but also didn't rule out human intervention.
mm,
So nothing.
yeah, like So the various theories range from the bizarre MH370 was taken by aliens,
I like
to the conspirational, like a pilot was involving several governments and secret agents. Hmm, that's an interesting one. Like there was a plot involving several governments and several secret agents. Huh.
Well, there's a theory
Uh,
that the US diverted it to the US for whatever reason and then hid it covered
Diego
it.
Garcia.
Yeah.
That's always the one that's interesting because that picture, the fake one, quote unquote, he said he was at Diego Garcia, which if you were drugged up and held captive, I don't know how you would know that. But um I think he said he was at Diego Garcia at least. Yeah, I I mean, we're both from the US, so I don't think we want our country to be involved in this, but I mean, we certainly can't rule it out.
Absolutely not.
Um yeah, I don't, on one hand I'm like no, it's impossible, but on the other hand I'm like I think we've ruled out impossible because there's a plane missing for 11 years.
Yep.
Yeah. He added that there were unhelpful theories by members of the public claiming to have spotted MH370 on Google Earth. Yeah. Oh, that's a terrible one. Uh, wait, what? The discount is the same amount Bobby can get off of DKO Energy. Okay, you're gonna have to spell check yourself, buddy, next time. Um, yeah. So, okay, I don't want a discount. Oh yeah, yeah. So like, yeah. Um, had been hijacked by terrorists and presented a security risk. Although experts have roundly debunked this as the plane did not have enough fuel to fly near Diego Garcia.
Okay.
Oh, that was one thing too. What was it? They were looking into like how much fuel was in the plane, and
Uh-huh.
they said there was enough. Like they had enough to do this trip like a few times, and people were like, "Well, why would you do that?" And then like the airport stepped in and was like, "We do this with all our planes. We want to make sure we have enough." Because I think when you go on an airplane, you'd rather have too much fuel than
But not
too
enough. Yeah.
little. Yeah, so like
Mhm.
I don't see that being an issue because like why would that be?
Yeah.
Um um two, 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 two. The alien thing is interesting. To see alien from Signs.
Makes the
Um,
most sense. Oh, science is my favorite. Makes most sense to me.
I hate that movie.
You hate signs? That is my
So okay,
favorite alien movie. I'm obsessed with it so much.
all right. So
Why do you
I'm a
hate it?
I'm a big Joaquin Phoenix guy. Don't get me wrong. But
So
I
good.
watched Signs probably a few years before I should have. I was probably I was probably like 7 or 8.
Oh, so you were little.
Yeah, I was a little too young, and that movie scarred me and gave me nightmares. I haven't watched it since, but
Oh, you haven't seen it since you were that little?
oh no, but this is the good thing. This is where the channel comes into play. In June, I'm testing the waters, and I'm going to do a Signs watch along on the channel. So if it's your favorite, you're more than
It's
welcome.
literally one of my favorite alien movies ever. Like
All
obsessed.
right,
It's I watch it all the time. I love that movie
in,
so much.
invite is open. We're gonna have to figure out a date. Um,
It's so
yeah,
good. I think watching it now, you're gonna be like, okay, that's not so scary.
yeah, but like it's just the like it brings me back to a bad time. Steven Selby, thank you for joining the stream. Bobby is behind this, to be honest. I mean, my garage is outside, so I always wondered why there was a random plane in my garage. Completely unrelated, I bet. Um, if if StreamYard is gonna do advertising, may as well add mine in. Yeah, StreamYard had a mind of its own though. So, and then Leo from the Wrestling Retrospective. Steven is probably right. Yeah, like I said, there's this random plane in my
Uh-oh.
garage, and there's a bunch of people trying to get it. I don't know.
I'm
I come
gonna
out
turn
like
my
once.
light on real quick.
Yeah, yeah, go for it. I come out there like once a week, feed them, give them water. Is it related? Probably not, but yeah. But yeah, it's beyond crazy. Another hijacking theory is that the plane was flown to Kazakhstan on the orders of Russian President Vladimir Putin, although flight data shows MH370 turning in the opposite direction away from Kazakhstan towards the
Yeah.
Indian Ocean. Yeah,
Uh,
the plane was swallowed by a black hole.
There. That's
All right,
to me that makes the most sense. That or
all right.
aliens. Like,
You go. You're the conspiracy gal here. I'm really not. So go for it. What I get this black hole thing? Please explain this
well,
to
there's
me.
like the Bermuda Triangle where everyone
Mhm.
like was going missing like back in like the 90s and the 80s and stuff, and like, wormholes. I don't know where they end up in space somewhere. I don't really know, but those make the most sense for something to fully disappear that large with that many people, no trace.
Hmm. Hmm.
Makes most sense to me. Wormholes
That
are
would
aliens.
that would be a better theory than my garage, but
Yeah.
I think it makes slightly more sense. Yeah, I don't think I could fit a 777 in my garage, but um, it can fly and how long it can stay in the air. Yeah, so like it flew for it had. What'd you say? It was the last contact made was 8 something in the morning,
Well, the last
or they
communication
tracked it. Yeah,
was like 40 minutes into the flight, but it was getting what's called handshakes, like kind of like
yeah,
pings basically,
yeah. Pings. Yeah.
until I think it's at 8 in the
Mm,
morning,
mm,
8:19 a.m.,
yeah. Now,
suggesting that the plane flew for about 7 more hours.
yeah. Now going back to the pilot thing. I heard a wild story. Now, again, we'll never know if this is true because like it's been so long. But apparently, the pilot asked the co-pilot, like, "Hey, go get me a cup of coffee or whatever." The guy went to go get it, and as he was going to get it, this is when he enacted the plan. He locked the cabin door, started it. He put his mask on because he had like double the amount of um, oxygen that the people would have. So like after like 2 minutes, if you're doing something, and like the first officer had a code, but like the code would only get you so far. Like if somebody disarmed it in the cockpit, you wouldn't be able to get in. So like that's what they were saying, but like for whatever reason, people have had it out for this guy from the jump. I think it's kind of
It's
wrong.
just easy
Yeah,
to blame,
yeah. Of course,
you
it's you're gonna always look at the pilot when something goes wrong, but like
know.
I don't know. There's not a lot of proof to me, at least, that this guy did it. Um, it's just I don't know. But
I
I,
don't think
I
so.
I want a movie to be made, but also you can't make or a TV show. But you also can't make a movie or a TV show on something you really don't know the ending to.
You can't. I
Yeah.
mean, you're gonna make up your own ending, and then it kind of then
Uh,
just make your own movie, like, you
uh,
know.
well, like, yeah, I don't know. It's never it's never gonna come out. But we also know from Inmarsat satellite data that the aircraft continued to fly for 7 hours 37 minutes into the southern Indian Ocean until fuel exhaustion. Um, He added that from 43 items of floating debris that had been recovered from around the Indian Ocean, it was clear that MH370 crashed. I'm not ruling out that maybe that was placed there on purpose.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
People can plant evidence. It's not.
yeah. And exactly how do we know? You're telling us it's from MH370. That's great. But
How,
how do
I can.
we know? Yeah,
Yeah, we
like
can't
yeah.
verify that. We
Yeah, like
just
you
trust the experts.
yeah, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but like
Yeah,
hmm,
I
um
don't trust anyone. So,
yeah. I don't blame you. One of the theories most embraced by experts has been that Pilot Shaw, or perhaps co-pilot Farik Abdul Hamid, deliberately turned off the plane's tracking devices before manually taking control of the aircraft and flying it until it ran out of fuel as part of a murder unaliving plot. Um, that's another one. So the co-pilot, this was his first flight without like I guess a trainer or like overseeing
Mhm.
him. I don't see him doing that in his first, like, why?
No,
Like, you worked all this time,
for nothing. No.
yeah, for nothing to do
I
this?
don't,
No. And then going back to Shaw, I don't see it. When police raided Shaw's home in Malaysia, they found a flight simulator which showed that he had flown a simulated route into the middle of the Indian Ocean, which was similar to the flight path of MH370, although there was no unaliving note found and no suggestion from anyone who knew Shaw that he had a reason to
yeah.
plan such a diabolical act. Yeah. Oh, did you hear about his cousin? So like right before they got on the plane, he had a 40-minute conversation over the phone with his cousin. And they were just chatting, doing whatever. I think he also worked for the airlines, but like they were like, "Oh, this dude knows something," so they like busted in his door, like took him, and he's like, "Whoa!" He's like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on." They were like, "You were helping him with this," and
Oh,
he's like,
jeez.
he's like, he's like, first of all, he's a smart enough guy to be able to do this on his own, even though I don't believe he did it. He's like, second of all, check the phone records. We chat quite, we chat a lot, and they checked it and they were like, all right, yeah, because they realized. But like, imagine you're just like, you're that phone call and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
that's awful. You're
yeah,
like, I'm going to
yeah,
jail and I don't know why.
yeah, like they're just questioning you, and it's like, no, that's my cousin. Like I talked to,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Plus, also being that last call too is
yeah, and then you
messes with
just see,
you.
yeah, you see him on the video. Like it's the one night I was going through his YouTube channel and I was just scrolling through the comments, and it was like people were like, I hope you landed somewhere safely. Like it was mainly positive comments, believe it or not. They're like, I hope you make it back. I hope you land somewhere. Um, um, from a technological standpoint, it doesn't make sense and it's not logical. With all the technology available nowadays, it is easy to track a plane, even if it's not, even if its own tracking device has been disabled. Yeah, like
Yeah.
even if you disable the tracking device, we
Yeah.
should like there's backups and like
Very,
they had yeah, they had other planes reach out to them, like, hey, just reach out to them, see what's up, and
yeah.
nothing. Um, what is even more odd is that it flew from Malaysia into Vietnamese airspace and then back into Malaysia and the border with Indonesia and then went missing. In the Southeast Asian region, we have technology superpower, which is Singapore. Um, okay, this dude's last name is Lai. I don't know if I trust that, but said that when other flights had crashed in the region, such as Adam Air Flight 574, which plunged into the Makassar Strait in Indonesia on January 1st, 2007, killing all 102 people on board, the Singaporean yeah, authorities had been able to locate it almost immediately using their air tracking data.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, this is the last part of the article, and we can talk a little more about this and get out of here. Um, I don't have theories about the plane, and I am not a conspiracy theorist, but it's very odd that a plane as big as that can vanish without a trace. Yes, lie.
Yep.
You said it. You said it best, liar. No. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what his first name was. I just said lie. Said it. Yeah. No. Like I said, it's I think it's one of the biggest mysteries in the world. I mean, that and JFK. I
Yeah.
mean, you can piece technically we know who shot JFK technically, but I have
There's
other opinions.
video, there's lots of
Yeah,
evidence, there's things.
I sent you a 3 hour
Oh yeah,
interview with someone that I think did it,
I
and
need to watch
yeah,
that.
and you can release all the um, statements and what do they release documents all you want, but like if you're gonna release redacted documents,
It's almost pointless. You know
yeah,
they're
like
so heavily redacted that no
they're
information's on them.
yeah, they're waiting until most of us are gone from this earth
Yeah.
to tell us what really happened.
Oh yeah. I'll never forget I had a middle school teacher. Honestly, I can't remember the subject, But the teacher was so obsessed with the whole JFK thing that he showed us it on a video, like what happened. And he made us like study it. He even like set up our chairs in the classroom. So it's like this person was JFK, this one was the wife, this was the driver, and it
Wow.
has like reenact things. And like that's
Huh.
like literally where like my conspiracy mind started, was this
Do
random middle school teacher. It was crazy. It
you
was
remember his
so
name?
yeah. I
You
don't
want
want
to
to.
say
I
it?
don't want to call him out, Mr. Malone.
Oh, you did call him. Oh, okay.
He
You
also
know.
had us. Was it middle school? He had us do a whole. We had to read a paper and watch a video on why the moon landing was fake.
Wow.
It was amazing to
Interesting.
like learn about that. So yeah,
Interesting.
it shaped
And if
me.
are you a sports gal at all, or not really? Okay. Do you know? I'm pretty sure you know this name one way or another. Do you know who Lance Armstrong is?
Yes.
So whenever people mention the moon landing, I'm like, yeah, Lance Armstrong landed on the moon.
No.
Yes. And
Oh,
people are like,
geez.
yeah, wait, no, no, because people just look at me.
No, it wasn't Lance.
They're like, what did you just say? I'm like, yeah, Lance Armstrong, guy landed
Oh,
on the
that's
moon.
so funny.
Neil Armstrong was the guy that tested positive for steroids in the Tour de France, right? Yeah, I'm not mixing them up. And people are just like, some of my friends are just like, you're an idiot. But some people are like, no, that's not correct at
Hold on, let
all.
me look that up.
Yeah, they're like, wait, no, yeah, yeah. And then it's always, yeah. They're like, yeah, the guy that landed on the moon. I'm like, yeah, Lance Armstrong.
Oh, that's so funny.
I did it to my dad the one time, and he just looks at me. He's like, he's like, this is so upsetting. But yeah, this MH370 thing. Like I said, you're more of a conspiracy person than I am. I'm more into the JFK and this MH370 thing. I was really into the Boston bombings for a bit. I
Oh
mean,
yes, that rabbit hole.
that's not much of a conspiracy theory because we know who did it, but like it's still a fascinating story to me. It's yeah. That's another one. I was in wait. Yeah, that was before
I forget what year that
MH370.
was.
That was before. It was 2013.
2013. There's still
MH370.
people out there saying it is a conspiracy, saying it was a false flag, that like the government did it on purpose, and
What,
there's
the
still.
Boston bombing?
Hmm.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, there's
Have you
still
ever
theories out there.
have you seen Patriots Day, the movie about it?
uh-uh.
It's if you have a weak stomach, it might not be for you. But like
Okay.
if you don't care about like seeing, explosions and like limbs being blown off, you'll be fine.
Okay.
But the guy that played the current Boston bomber that's still alive, um, at first they casted him. His name is Alex Wolf. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the name.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so he was a big child star on Nickelodeon when I was watching, part of the Naked Brothers band. So they casted him, and I'm like, wow, what a blast from the past. I'm like, but this dude looks nothing like this dude. And then I watched the movie. I'm like, oh, he's good. Like he's a little too good. Like he
Okay.
looked. They made him look so much like the bomber. Like he was walking the streets, and people were like running from him, calling the cops, and they were like, no, 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 it's not him. We're shooting a movie.
What the
He's
heck?
still in prison. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like, yeah, definitely go see that movie. It's really good. Mark Wahlberg.
I've
Um,
heard of it. I haven't seen
yeah,
it.
really good. Yeah, that's not much of a conspiracy theory, but I remember like the days after, just constantly looking at the news. Like, did they find out who did it? Did they find out who did it? Did you ever see the picture of when the first bomb went off?
I saw lots of. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see the one where the guy is crossing on the crosswalk as it's going off, like in the back, like in the sky? Not in the sky, but like up in the air.
I don't remember that one.
So there's a picture, it's going off, and there's just a random dude who's walking across like the skywalk.
Hmm.
He's just random. And they were like, oh, this is our guy. He just wanted to see his work. So they kicked down his door and they brought him in. He's like, what are you talking about? Then they showed him the
We're just
picture.
watching.
They showed him the picture. He's like, all right, I get it. It looks bad. He goes, but I had nothing to do with this. And
Poor guy.
yeah, yeah. He's like, man, he's like, granted, I picked the wrong time to do that, but and then they eventually figured out they're like, all right, it's not him, let him go.
He didn't
But
know
like,
better.
all about timing, like we said with the guy's cousin, like, yeah, I'm on a 45-minute call with my cousin, like most people would.
No big deal.
Oh, could you imagine his reaction? Like, oh no,
It would be rough to be him. That
knock
would be,
knock. Oh yeah, we have some questions for you. Oh,
yeah, that would
but
be
yeah,
rough.
do you have anything else you want to add on this MH370 ordeal?
I
Think
mean,
we
like we talked about, it wasn't the first disappearance in history. There was
and it
quite a few.
wasn't the last. It
Wasn't the
wasn't.
last either. Yeah.
It's still like I never knew about the 2016 one until you sent it to me, and it blows my mind that MH370 happened and is still happening, quite frankly, and
Hmm.
this somehow happened again.
Yeah. How did we allow that to happen again?
And that one apparently has less found debris than MH370, even though
It says
not much.
no debris or wreckage has ever been located.
When
How?
some
Like,
when something crashes, there's something.
yeah,
So that's another thing. They landed the plane, took it apart, because honestly, it would be kind of hard to like shoot down a plane and clean it up. That's kind of
it would go into a lot of pieces.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Somebody would see it, somebody would hear it, but
Yeah.
for me, for example, I see planes in the sky all the time. I'm not thinking anything of it, but like if they landed one and disassembled it and like did all that, like you're not thinking of that, and it's
Mm-mm.
easy to clean up, and it's like, well, unfortunately, if that did happen to MH370 and they wanted to keep it quiet, all the people are
Yeah.
unfortunately not alive anymore. I mean, I don't.
It's just like sad to do that, but like, why?
Yeah,
What
why
is
them?
the
Yeah.
point? Why them? Why that plane?
Hmm.
Then there's theories of like the people on the plane. Like, what did they know? What did they do? And anytime a plane crashes, people are like, well, what ties did they have? What treatments were they working on? What breakthroughs did like there's always
Yeah.
that thought.
Well, yeah, because like I said, I don't know of anyone like of total importance on that plane. Quite frankly, I know a few Amer- I don't know why I'm yawning. I knew a few. I know a few Americans were on that plane, and but like otherwise, I don't know much. Quite frankly,
There wasn't anyone
um,
of any like high
yeah,
power,
like
high up. Yeah, no.
or like someone who knew something that like they wanted to keep quiet. But again, why take out the
Why
other
take out
238 people?
200 plus other people? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
insane. And then just crash it. Don't make it disappear.
yeah, that's what.
You know?
Yeah, because like if you, yeah, if you wanted to get this plane out of the air and just take it down, all you gotta do is crash it. There's really no point in hiding it and making it one the biggest mystery in history.
There's no point, which is why it's
Yeah.
so frustrating.
Whoever, yeah, like I said, if this was the plan all along that nobody's ever going to be able to find this, and I don't care what people say, they claim debris was found.
Yeah.
To me, it's not until I find a good chunk of the plane, or until they,
Yourself.
not myself, yeah, until they find a good chunk of the plane, that's what I meant to say. I'm not gonna believe it. Yeah.
Right. Or the
Uh,
black box that
the,
records everything.
how how long does that go? How long does that work for? Do you know off the top of your head? I can't imagine it's 11 years.
No, it wouldn't be this long. That would have been something like if they had found it sooner, they could have
Yeah,
probably retrieved information. Because if it's underwater, I know it's
yeah,
built to sustain being underwater.
yeah, but
But
not for that
wait,
long.
I just don't know about 11 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Corrosion.
because like, well, let's just say for the sake of argument that this it's not underwater. The plane's just out there somewhere, which I don't know how. But like, how long would the black box last without it getting water damage?
Yeah. I'd have to look
Yeah.
that up.
You know, what? Yeah, we still have a few minutes. Why not? Because like I imagine water, it would be like 90 days or something. Um,
So in water, they'll still ping for about 30 days.
Oh yeah.
But the box itself is waterproof and pressure resistant and can survive deep ocean conditions for months to years. Out of
Mm,
water, it'll last indefinitely.
okay.
It's
So it's
even
def.
designed to withstand extreme temperatures, impact, and fire, even up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. That's pretty
Wow.
gnarly.
Yeah. So it's one of two things. Either this black box is in the ocean and it was
Mhm.
pinging and they just ignored it, or somebody destroyed the black box. I don't.
How do you even destroy them though? Like, is that even a thing?
Watch Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
Now again, that's a TV show. That's a T. I'm gonna have to look that up. Can you destroy a black box? I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but like you would have to find it.
The fact that it can survive 2,000 degrees and
Yeah,
fire for like an hour is
one
wild.
hammer, one hammer shot takes it
Yeah.
down somehow. Yeah,
The worst hammer.
just it's like a phone. It's like a phone screen. You just drop it from like a foot, cracks.
Yeah.
Can you destroy a black box? I'm probably gonna be put on a list right here. Something. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I'll probably be on that list
I'm sure
anyway.
I'm on
So
them too.
yeah, yeah. You're a conspiracy gal, so you're
Yeah,
definitely on the
I'm
list.
sure I'm on lists. I don't care.
So when they say years for it lasting in water,
It said months to years.
months
Probably
to
not
years.
11 though. I'm assuming
Yeah, a
there's a
year,
cutoff.
two, maybe.
Maybe.
While designed to be especially durable, black boxes, specifically black flight data recorders and cockpit voice recorders, plane can be destroyed under extreme circumstances. They are built to withstand intense impacts, heat, and pressure, but can be damaged beyond repair if subjected to forces exceeding their design limits, like in a catastrophic crash or fire. Okay.
Mhm.
So, oh, this is funny. So, on a website, npr.org, on March 11th, 2014, the title was "What Would It Take to Destroy a Black Box?"
3 days after.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. MH370. Um. How's the black box designed? I don't really. Search teams must be in the range of the beacon about 15 miles. Okay. So they must be
So maybe
within
they
50.
just hadn't gotten there in the
Yeah.
30 days of it pinging, maybe, if it is
Yeah.
underwater.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I feel like if it went down and went underwater, there would be some way of tracking that that happened.
Yeah. Like
Again,
the
is
last known place. Yeah.
yeah, like I mean, the plane crashes now. You see them on the screen. They show them how it like goes down. Like somewhere that would have been recorded. I would assume, unless it just disappeared into a wormhole. Alien.
True. The aliens have it. They closed
Yep.
that thing, and yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, yeah. 11 years. The black box is definitely done.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna
Yeah.
work.
And they had to be within 15 miles to get it to ping. So I mean, well, they
They
maybe.
should have gotten there in 30 days, though. To be honest, like
I mean, who knows? Maybe they did have it. They were just like, we're gonna keep this one quiet.
yeah,
Because the
totally believe
government keeping something quiet, yeah, I
it.
could
Never
see that at
happens.
least. Yeah, no. The government, stand up people, definitely. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Yeah. So I think we tackled a lot tonight. That was good.
Yeah,
Um,
thank
so yeah, maybe by the end of this year, this thing will be found. Don't count on it. Yeah,
you.
yeah, maybe. Don't count on it. They're continuing the search at the end of the year because they somehow couldn't figure out that the weather wasn't built for it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
Just
that's
some
silly.
things. Yeah, just some things. Some jokes write themselves, quite frankly.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's mind blowing that this is still happening. Like, and I've always wanted to talk about this, so it was cool. Um, I don't know if I would ever be able to do a video on this in the future because that would be like 6 hours. Um, yeah, no, it would be anything. But like I think we tackled a good chunk of it tonight. So, Kirsten, thank you for joining me.
yeah.
Do
Thanks
you
for
have
having me.
Of course. Do you have anything you want to promote, plug, whatever?
No, I don't have anything.
Just wanted to put it out
Yeah,
there.
thank you though.
Kirsten, yeah, of course. Kirsten will be joining us again in the future for a Star Wars watch along. Might be the first, might not. We'll have to see about that. Um, a Signs watch along, so you'll be seeing me crying and hiding in the corner.
I
Um,
definitely want to see that. I'm definitely, no matter what, gonna try to watch along with that.
as a 29-year-old man.
It's not that bad, I promise
I
you.
know. I just haven't seen it since I was like 8 years old. And
You're
listen,
gonna laugh. You're like, this is
I know.
silly.
I know. It's like I know. But it was so funny on Halloween. Yeah, last year. My brother and father were watching that, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna go outside and hand out candy." I was like, "Are we really watching Signs? Like, come on, can we change? Can we put something else on? Something nicer like Halloween or
Oh, you can ask Larry. We watch it like all the time. I'm obsessed. I don't know. It's such a weird movie to be obsessed with,
Yeah,
but
I don't
I
know.
am.
Yeah, but I'm just like, hey, can we put something nicer and more relaxing on like Halloween or Scream? I don't
Yeah.
know. Some people are getting murdered. Do people even die in Signs? I don't even remember.
Um, yes, but not necessarily alien related.
Okay,
So
okay.
it was like there's like a car accident situation. So I mean, really, it's not. Michael Myers does a heck of a lot more than these aliens. I'm telling you, I'd be
Uh,
more scared of him coming than the aliens.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Allegedly, Michael Myers. Allegedly. We don't know he did that. Just like we don't know where the plane is.
Oh
Wink,
yeah, we
wink,
don't know
hint,
what
hint.
Michael.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be like June sometime. Um, quite frankly, I pushed it back to June because I don't have anything planned for June right now. So I was like, hey, why
Okay,
not? Um, and yeah,
that'll be funny to
Star Wars.
watch you though. I'm excited to see.
Please don't. No. I think I should be able to get through it as a 29-year-old man. But like I said, Darth Maul still creeps me out to this day. It's the
Well, if you're
face
scared of
paint.
Darth Maul, then I don't know if you can handle signs, but you know.
Listen, I
You
haven't
watch
seen a.
Halloween though, so I think you're fine. You can watch Scream.
Michael Myers is a decent human being. He's just misunderstood.
Yes.
Okay, and so is all the ghost faces. Yeah, I should be fine. But like I said, um, go follow Kirsten if she wants you to on Instagram, or if
You
not,
want
yeah, if she doesn't want to. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, she'll be back in the future for sure, one way or another. Because we're doing not all the Star Wars watch alongs. We're doing 1 through 7. I
You're
had to
gonna
be
skip
convinced.
just 8 and 9.
I had to be convinced to do 7 because I'm not gonna lie to you. When I went to see 7, it was a fun time. It
Yeah,
was.
I agree. It's a lot like 4. It's a lot like A New Hope.
Mm, yeah.
Um, in my opinion, it's not as bad as 8 or 9. I will watch that
Okay.
one again. The other two, no. I'm sorry.
Funniest part, I don't even know what like the order. I know what the order. I know it's 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But like when you said A New Hope, I'm like, I don't know which one that's attached to.
That's
A New
4.
Hope is 4. 5 is Phantom Menace. 6 is. I got that right.
Five, no, wait, 5, 3 is
Yeah.
no. 5 is
Oh, that's Empire Strikes Back. No.
yes, and then 6 is Return of the Jedi.
And then 1 is.
Phantom Menace.
Where's what?
Phantom Menace.
You went in and out there. Say that one more time.
Phantom Menace.
Okay. 2 is Return of the Jedi.
Clones.
Attack of the
Attack of the
Clones.
Clones.
What's Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi is 6.
Oh, then what's 3?
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. And then I know. Wait. I know Sith. Revenge of the Sith. Oh, like
That's the
May,
one.
May 4th, May 5th. Revenge of the Fifth. Okay. And then 7 is The Force Awakens. 8 is 9 is The Last Jedi.
The Rise of
Right?
Skywalker is 8,
Oh yeah.
which is stupid.
Oh,
I don't even want
because
to
she's
talk
not
about
a. Oh, listen. If you could have seen my reaction to Star Wars 9, the what was it called again? I forgot already. Uh, the Rise
track.
of Skywalker. No, Last Jedi. Well, yes, that too. But the Last Jedi. I'm watching the end of the movie. I'm fully awake now. I'm like, all
Oh,
right, let's
I already
send
know
it.
where you're going with this.
Ray, Ray Skywalker. What in the?
I wanted to punch her.
Yeah,
Like, was
like
gonna punch.
I'm
I
like,
yelled
that's
out in
not.
the theater. I swear, I yelled out. I was so mad.
I was just
I was
like, what?
all, no.
I was like, what is this?
I was
But
pissed. I
you
walked out of
know,
there so pissed. I went with my friend Kate, and she was like just as mad as me, but I was like so verbal about it.
this is an idea. It might not be a good one, but we can do watch alongs for 8 and 9. But we can just trash them after. I mean,
Trash
not
him
all good.
during. You mean trash him during?
That's true. Yeah, we could just trash them during because that saves us a lot of time
What
in
was
the end.
that show, Mystery Science Theater, where like they would watch
I've heard
like
of it. Yeah.
a bad movie and then like
Yeah.
make fun of it the whole time?
No, I'm because like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. I think they're all relatively good one way or another. I don't think there's like a bad one in there.
I'm not the
Like
biggest fan of the prequels, especially one. That one bugs me for a lot of reasons. Like
which 2 and 3 have Hayden Christensen, right?
yeah, two's kind of boring to me. Three's okay. Um,
Okay.
the whole
Which
like
one?
bar thing, like I mean, three's fine.
Which one has the little kid from Jingle All the Way?
That's one, the Phantom Menace.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
that's
2
when
and
Anakin
3.
was little.
Yeah, 2 and 3 are Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like I told you earlier, 3 is my favorite. Okay, that makes sense
But
because I've
out
always
of the prequels, that one's the best. Yes.
I remember vividly watching the bridge fight scene,
Hmm.
and as a 9, no, when did this come out?
That one, I'd have to look. I'm not sure.
I
Revenge
think
of the
was it
Sith.
05? Was it
Four?
05? I don't remember.
No, it was earlier.
Was it
Where's my
earlier than 05?
IMDb app? Where's my IMDb app?
That's where I'm going right now.
I'll ask ChatGPT.
There you go.
It came out. Oh yeah, 2005, May 19th.
Hacha! So
That's
I remember being
20-year
like,
anniversary then this year.
yeah, 20, yeah, because so they're bringing it back into theaters, and I'm a little angry. I'm not gonna lie to you. So a top 2 movie of mine it is on the 25th anniversary, and it will be in May, just like Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith will be its 20th anniversary.
Uh-huh. Which movie?
Gladiator. Gladiator.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Have you
25.
seen that?
I haven't.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, good. All right. Gladiator watch along? Do I dare? Do I dare? Yeah, we might have to do that. Okay, so like a top 2 movie of mine behind the Dark Knight.
Oh, okay.
It came out in 2000. And I was 4 years old, so obviously I wasn't gonna go see it. But like I was thinking like, oh, 25-year anniversary, like they're gonna bring it back into theaters, they're gonna have some showing. It's like just to see it in theaters, you know. My buddy who works at a movie theater, he's like, nah, bro, Star Wars is taking over all that. So thanks.
Oh.
Thanks, Revenge of the Sith.
Oh. I kind of want to go see that in theater though.
I mean, because it will be out sometime next month, I believe.
Yes, in
Yeah.
May.
Yeah. What is this? Hold on. Wait, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, I hate this now. Where? Okay. Where are the 300
3,000.
3,000 subs? Yeah, they're all not here, Ryan. Oh, good. I didn't click to share the link about my 10% off. I don't even know where you would do that. But if you want to send me some money, I'll send you 10% back of it. We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll definitely go with that. But yes, thank you, Kirsten. Again, she will be back for she'll be back for a Star Wars movie one way or another.
Yeah,
It
I'll
just
let you
depends.
know about
Yeah,
the one.
the first one. Well, the fourth, A New Hope. There you go.
The first one that you're doing is what I meant.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, my buddy coming in at the very last minute. Zach, buddy, what is up? How you doing? Yeah, he So I went on a podcast the other day, and he hit me with a bunch of conspiracy theories. And
Ooh.
do you know about the Denver airport? Denver
Oh
hotel.
yes. Yes, the
I,
underground tunnels and things going on there.
I never heard of it until like that day. To be like I said, I'm not much of a conspiracy guy.
Yeah.
Zach was not happy with me. He sent me a long, detailed paragraph text asking how I didn't
Oh.
know, and I'm just like, bro, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, but yes, we are going to wait. Hold on. I've been to the airport and can confirm it's true from Ryan. Okay, the Denver airport. I'm gonna have to look into that or go there. Been
You
there
should go
3 times. Yeah. Just to the airport. Just don't even go outside the airport. Just explore the airport all weekend. I'll Zach coming back in. I'll teach you, bro. I love you. I love you too, buddy. This is probably a terrible heart, but whatever. Oh, there we
there.
go. It works. Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but yes, I've almost said goodbye like 5 times, and
You
this
keep
is the
saying
final one.
that, but you
I
keep
know.
talking about
They
conspiracies.
they
I feel like
they they keep coming back in. All right,
uh,
everybody, we're out. Kirsten is going to be on a future stream. I think I might have to drag her to a Gladiator watch along. Might have to.
uh,
What does that mean?
nothing. I've never seen it. I don't know if it's up my alley, but
That's what
I'd watch with you.
that's what I'm saying. We watch it along for the
We'll watch it
channel and we
together.
get your reaction. And then if you don't like it, I just quickly remove you from the
I was gonna
stream
say I don't want to offend you.
and then do my the signs thing was one thing. You
Yeah,
making fun of me for that was one thing, but we don't make fun of Gladiator. We do
yeah.
not
See, I
make
wouldn't
fun
do
of
that. I
Gladiator.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we do not make fun of Gladiator. But yes, thank you, Kirsten, for joining us. We will be back in the future. I don't know. Actually, I will be back
Larry
on
just texted
Thursday
me that
night.
Gladiator's a great movie.
Who did?
Larry.
Larry, Larry, you're hearing this? It's a phenomenal movie. One of my top two favorite. Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, hands down. And if you're gonna go see the second one, don't, because I haven't seen the second one and I'm boycotting it. Um, okay, this is the last comment. Bobby versus Leo announced for Mania. I'll beat him up. Come on. All right. So yes, Kirsten will be back on the channel in the future on Thursday night. I have a stream. It is an action hero draft. Thursday night at 8 p.m. Yes, nerdy. I know. I saw Kirsten's
Sounds
face.
fun.
Like, oh, cool. But yes, me, my buddy Hank, my brother Matty, and my editor Ryan, we will be drafting a team of action heroes from movies and television, and we will be joining a team, and we're gonna see who has the best team. Quite frankly, I've never done a stream like this, so it's gonna be fun. Probably gonna be a little chaotic, a lot of yelling, like with most of these things. But hey, it's gonna be a lot of
You
fun.
gotta
But
pick someone from
Kirsten,
Fast and the Furious because they're action heroes.
I have 3 of them on my list.
Yes. Yeah,
I
I'll have
have.
to pop in and watch that because I'm
They
obsessed with that
don't die.
franchise. They are action heroes for sure.
I mean, I like the franchise, but I mean, I don't know about obsessed. But yes,
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Kirsten, thank you for joining me
Thank you
on
for having me.
this. Yes, this was fun. We'll definitely be having you on again in the future for whatever that is. We will figure that out. Signs, what was the other one? Star Wars, a future one, and yeah, for sure. And I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns. But before I go, make sure there we go, hit that like button and subscribe. And I would tell you to subscribe to. Oh, guys,
I'm
when
only
you
on
guys,
Instagram. That's it.
no. When we get back to this, guys, in the comments when you watch this back or listen to this back, whatever, comment about Kirsten making a YouTube channel. We need to pressure her into it. Okay.
She's
Shh. Listen, I told you the other day the conspiracy theories are huge.
hmm
You would, you would build an audience. I guarantee it. Like I said, I would. I don't know what goes on, but I can learn from you. So there you go.
yeah.
Just do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Do it. Everybody comment about how you want to see Kirsten do a YouTube show. And then, yeah. I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdown, joined by Kirsten, and we will see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.